Hi, kindergarten. For today's Wit and Wisdom lesson, we're going to still continue to explore the book Rap-a-Tap-Tap. Here's Bojangles, Think of That. This book is kind of unique in that it uses a lot of repeated language. Okay, repeated language is maybe the same sentence or same phrase that you see over and over in a story. The last book that we did, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, that happened a lot, right? So there was that phrase, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, will there be enough room? It appeared a bunch of times throughout the story. So on this book, Rap-a-Tap-Tap, that phrase, Rap-a-Tap-Tap, think of that, happens a lot in the story. There once was a man who danced in the streets. Rap-a-tap-tap, think of that. Okay, the author uses the same text on almost every page. Rap-a-tap-tap, think of that. And he uses that over and over again so that you understand what the tap dancing sounds like when Bojangles would come around. Rap-a-tap-tap, think of that, okay? And he repeats it over and over again so that you get an idea of what the tap dancing sounds like when Bojangles is visiting people in the street, or maybe people, at the market, maybe people at nighttime, okay? He also, when he writes this sentence over and over again, that's called repeated language, the illustrator draws Bojangles in different poses and uses the shade lines to show the movement to match the words Rap-a-tap-tap, think of that, okay? Right there, his legs look like they're kicking as he's dancing by. And he's bringing joy. You can see the people laughing when they see him. They're happy to see him, right? So sometimes authors use repeated language to get their message across, right? So the message in this story is all about Bojangles and his art of dance, right? So Rap-a-tap-tap, think of that, keeps going because they want you to understand what his dancing sounded like and what it looks like, okay? All right. We've been talking a lot about our senses over the last few weeks, and I want to do a deep explore of the sense of hearing and seeing. And we're going to look back at the story and think about what we see and what we hear. And I'm going to write some words on here to maybe help us. So let me look through here and see what we can find. Okay, there he is, Bojangles. So I see a city, for sure I see a city. So I'm going to write the word city underneath the eyes here, city, because he lives in the city. And I hear Rap-a-tap-tap, think of that. I hear those words again. So it's almost like you can hear him tap dancing. So I'm going to write tap dance for something that I hear, right? I hear that almost on every page, right? Let's see what else I see. I see folks dressed up, fancy. So I see people, lots of people in this story, all different kinds. So I'll write the word people there. Let's see what else we can find. Oh, I like this page. He paused to pat an old cat. So I see him petting the cat, and I see the cat's tail moving. I see the market. Okay. So I see the cat with my eyes. I would imagine that if I was there, I might hear the cat give a purr. Okay? You can't hear that. It doesn't say that, but I can see that the cat looks happy and his tail is wagging. I know when I pet my cat, his tail goes and he purrs. Okay? I see umbrellas. It says he danced rain or shine. I see him dancing with street performers, and they're all playing different kinds of drums. All right. I can't hear the drums, but I can see their sticks and their hands hitting the drums. So I would imagine that I would be able to hear those drums if I was there with Bojangles and those people. So those drums make me think about what they might sound like. So there's just a few ideas of how we can use our sense of our sense of sight, our eyes see, and those are some of the things that we saw: the city, the people, the cat, and we hear the story, but maybe you hear rap-a-tap-tap over and over again. That gives you an idea of what his dancing might sound like. We wrote the word purr to give an idea of what that cat might sound like when he's petting the cat. And I wrote that in the word drums because I would imagine that if I was there on the street with Bojangles, I would be able to hear those drum beats, right? So you have a little activity to do. The page looks like this, and you're going to build a sentence using these things. And I set it up so you could drag them over. First thing you're going to do is you're going to drag the word I into the first box, I, and then you're going to pick either see or hear. I see or I hear, and then you'll drag one of these to the middle box. And then you have to tell me what you see or hear from the story and draw a picture to match it. Maybe you could write I see a cat and draw the cat in Bojangles. I hear drums, and maybe you could draw the picture of the people with the drums and Bojangles dancing. Maybe you could write I hear tap dancing, and you could draw a picture of Bojangles with his feet moving around, okay? So those are some ideas of how you can use your eyes and your ears to look for and listen for details from the story, all right? The other thing we've been talking about are prepositions. Remember, prepositions describe where something is. So there's another activity here for you to explore words that are prepositions. Beside, behind, in, on, under, or outside are words that describe where something could be. In this case, there are pictures of a dog in his doghouse, and you have to describe where the dog is in each picture, all right? This one, maybe he's on the doghouse. This one looks like he's under, inside, maybe outside, beside, or behind. Okay, so you're going to have to look at the picture and figure out where the dog is. I set it up so you could drag the word over. If you can't figure that out, you can just print the word to describe the location of the dog. Okay? Remember, there are 2 activities to complete today. Please complete both before you submit your work on Seesaw. And I can't wait to see what detail or what sense you pick and what detail you use to you draw from the story. All right? That's all for our lesson today. I will talk to you tomorrow.